After finally sitting down to watch Netflix's Daredevil from 2015, something stuck out to me. While the action choreography and the character development were all miles above anything else Netflix has done thus far, there was something specific that caught my eye and stood out above all else. The color. Nearly every shot of the first season is tinted yellow. While trivial at first, as the episodes stacked upon one another and shot after shot was bathed in yellow light, it began to dawn on me. This goes far beyond a creative choice. The number of reasons behind such an aesthetic choice could have a large range, but there are just a few hypotheses I have come to. The first idea quite primarily links back to Daredevil's origin. For those who are unaware of early comic history, for a large majority of Daredevil's origin, his costume was not the iconic red that it is now, but yellow. The color is forever linked to the character's mythos, with some later graphic novels on the character even being titled after it. With this in mind, the constant color grading of each scene can be viewed as a veiled homage to the character's original costume. When film tries to adapt something that can be viewed by many as unfilmable due to its somewhat campy or unrealistic nature, like Wolverine's outfit is a heavily cited example, a degree of watering down is added to make it more palatable.
Interesting.
One great example of this very phenomenon, I thought, was a different Netflix series, Jessica Jones. Once again, we see a series sidestepping away from a character's origin, yet still paying homage to something that traditionally would be immensely hard for an audience to take seriously. In the original source material, the main villain, Kilgrave, is entirely purple. How does the series tackle the obstacle? In nearly every scene the character is on screen, something purple appears, once again proving as a veiled homage and a way of demonstrating the character himself. With these concepts in mind, the idea of adjacent color begins to become heavily prevalent. If something proves to be too intense for a core audience, use color instead. We see this in films like Oh Brother, where instead of filming the entire film in sepia tone, the color green was removed in post, or in the pure singled-out color of Sin City, accenting the narrative significance of that one object or person. Color has a large psychological effect on the viewer's minds and how we perceive things. This is known as color theory. I believe it is the second reason that nearly every shot is tinted in this fashion. In nearly every instance and survey given, what color do people attribute with fear the most? Yellow. This making the color not only a commentary on the criminals and how they fear Daredevil himself, but also on the character's own grappling with his emotions. Fear is the main driving force. For in the end, it is not always the narrative that influences our emotions, but sometimes it's adjacent color.